could you have been invited to come here tonight? So, of course, we want to teach you that there is other possibilities out there outside of what you are currently doing. And we are here to present to you some solution-oriented possibilities. So tonight we're going to be talking mainly about um, emotional relationships, nutritional supplements, and some wholesome food. We have all these other categories, but tonight we're not going to go through them. Okay, and another reason why you are here tonight is so we can tell you about the new revolution which is going on, which is the online health revolution. Okay, so here's a quote by Steve Jobs, and he says, "The only way to do great work is to love what you do. If you haven't found it yet, keep looking. Don't settle. As with all matters of the heart, you'll know when you find it."
Very true. Rest in peace, Steve Jobs. Thank you for my phone.
Yeah. So what do you value? We all value something different, but I'm sure we have all of these things in common over here. So you could value time freedom, financial freedom, being the best version of you, giving back, traveling around the world, driving cool cars. So let me give you some examples. Myself at Niagara Falls, I value nature a lot. Working so much, I don't get to be in nature. So when I do, I love it. I do it every day.
Amen.
Be outside and like enjoying what God has created.
Yes.
And then we have our mentor over here, Melissa Monish, and unfortunately she's not here tonight, but this is her home.
Love you, Melissa.
Love you. So she actually loves being the best version of herself and the healthiest version. So she does that through physical activity and also through healthy living. So organic food, cooking, and all of that. We have one of our other mentors, Anna Lozano, who she's on the beach working. So I mean, like, I'm sure we all could value that.
Yes.
Being able to work from anywhere and at any time. So that's another freedom. Sorry, I'm just going to briefly go over Meryl and the rest of our team. So Meryl is an MMA trainer. Okay, she's an MMA trainer, so she trains in mixed martial arts, and she's also an adrenaline junkie. So there's her skydiving in New Zealand. So that's her passion. Okay, so tonight we have an agenda for like what we're going to go through. And so tonight we promise you inspiration and solution oriented possibilities. So first we're going to go through 2 challenges facing all generations today. And also we're going to learn about optimal living and the vehicle that we chose to reach our goal. Also, we're going to show you how to save $3,000 this year on your taxes.
Woo! I love saving money.
Don't we all? And also tonight we're going to go over what leverage is. So the key to time freedom. So we're going to review that. And also residual income and why we need it. And then we also have a bonus option for any of you who are willing to take it to the next level, which we're going to go through as well.
Tell me more.
All right, so there are 2 challenges facing all generations today. If you talk to anyone long enough, you'll find that they're going to start complaining. And usually it's either about their health or their wealth. So there's a phenomenon that happens in most lives if they don't discover, that this is a challenge that we're all faced with. So we work all our lives. We work so hard to gain wealth. And usually we do lose sight of our health. So you're working hard to gain your wealth. And then at Freedom 65, when you choose to retire or when you can, what happens? You've acquired all the wealth, but you've all of a sudden became unhealthy.
Yeah.
So then you have to spend all the wealth that you've gained to fix your health.
To fix yourself.
So let me ask you, does it have to be that way?
No,
It should be that way.
Never should.
it's not exactly that way.
It's kind of
A little bit
backwards.
twisted. A little bit twisted.
Okay, so what are the causes of all those health problems? Okay, so we have, let me ask you all, who knows some, keep your hands up if you know someone who has these diseases, and I'm just going to go through 3 degenerative diseases. So we have cardiovascular disease. Do you know anyone who has cardiovascular disease? Cancer, stroke, respiratory disease, diabetes. Okay, so at some point, everybody's hands were up in the air, so that's 100% of the room. So we all know someone who suffers from these diseases. And so these are diseases that, degenerative diseases, these are not diseases that we're born with, okay? So if we're not born with these diseases, are they preventable?
Yeah, they're lifestyle diseases, right?
They're lifestyle diseases. So
The result of choices we make every day.
That's right. So due to lifestyle choices, we acquire these degenerative diseases. So as we just all agreed, it doesn't have to be that way. So what can we do to protect our bodies to prevent these diseases? As we know, due to lifestyle choices, we can acquire these diseases. But what can we do? So the causes of these diseases are actually free radical damage or oxidization. And this is what causes free radical damage. So here on the left side of the spectrum, we have stress, radiation, pollution, toxins. Now, these are some factors that maybe we don't have control over, like pollution. Who's going to lock himself up at home so they're not exposed to pollution?
You can try, but still in your bubble.
Not all of us work from home, and at some point we have to step outside, and there's pollution out there. So
Yeah.
some things we cannot really guard ourselves from. But here on the right side of the spectrum, like chemicals, pesticides, poor diet, or GMO foods, as far as I know, food doesn't just fly into your mouth and go down your throat. You have to pick it up and put it in your mouth and swallow it. So we make that conscious decision. And down here we have some cell cultures just to differentiate between a healthy cell culture and an unhealthy one, and what oxidation defense would do for your cells. So over here we have a healthy cell culture. After 1 hour of eating an unhealthy meal, such as McDonald's, after 1 hour your cells look like that.
Actually, yeah, that's in your digestive tract.
So of course you don't see that because it would be like,
Well, how do you feel after you eat a McDonald's or fast food meal?
Yeah.
Sleepy.
And you're hungry a few hours.
You're hungry a few hours later.
like sleepy,
Yeah, no
lazy,
nutrients.
sluggish,
Bloated.
But if you were to take an oxidation defense, your cells would recover, not completely, but to some extent. We're not saying go out and eat McDonald's and take a supplement, but this would be the process, pretty much.
Yes.
Okay, so what are the building blocks of life? Can anyone tell me?
Well, we need
From our
water.
guests? Can you tell me what are the building blocks of life?
What do you mean by that?
Like, your building blocks of like the human structure. What would
What
it
is
be?
your main?
What do you
Of our life.
The body almost. Like, what does it need to?
Well, just in general.
Oh, yeah.
Cells.
Oh, that's what you meant.
Or
Or cells, or your
Yeah.
systems. What do they need?
nutrients. The cells need nutrients.
So on the left side, you can see like what our bodies need, which is actually physical activity and proper eating, right? So this is a nice visual, right? It shows you that on the inside, there's only one person working, so less people working in comparison to this side, because when you take care of yourself, your insides don't need to do so much. It's already like doing good. Whereas if you're gonna eat McDonald's all day, you're gonna look like that.
Overtime.
Yeah.
There's no vitamins and
And
nutrients.
then
He's
it's
rusty
gross on the
inside.
inside.
He's all the oxidization process.
And you have to work that much harder, right? Just to like recover your body. So, on to the next slide. Okay, so is supplementation the solution? Okay, I'm gonna start off by telling you to get your optimal level of nutrients for your cells. You would need to consume 22,000 calories on a daily basis. So I'm not sure if you do your calorie count or like you're aware, like 22,000 calories. Okay, that's not healthy.
That's not okay.
And you would have to spend $33 a day just to attain your optimal level of nutrients.
You'd be really fat.
Yeah.
You would explode.
Actually, that would be.
That's not even possible. I mean,
Yeah. The $33 should be more, yeah. That's really
Well, yeah, because that's American.
with the exchange rate. So, okay, Allie. So, do you eat 10 whole chicken breasts a day to get your optimal level of zinc?
No.
Okay.
Like, how do you think about
Shadia, do you eat 18 and a half medium oranges a day to get your optimal level of vitamin C?
No.
I'd love to. I love oranges, but
Yeah.
I'm good for like money, maybe.
Okay, Meryl.
Yes.
Do you eat 85 medium bananas a day for optimal level of vitamin B6?
No.
No.
People see
So, according to, the regular train of thought, and even if you ask like a scientist, he's going to say, for optimal level of nutrients, you have to eat, you get it through food, right? But unfortunately, we just proved to you right now that it would be impossible to eat that much on a daily basis just to get your optimal level of nutrients. So is supplementation a solution?
yes,
And then also the food we eat today doesn't have the same nutrients it even used to have.
That's
So
right.
Exactly.
The nutrients are all
Our
depleted.
soils are damaged,
We always give an
Processed.
example of like 40 years ago, 50 years ago. I would say like 20 years ago. Even the food is not the same from 20 years ago. It's tasteless. All the nutrients are gone. So
Pesticides, chemical, and genetically modified.
Well, everything's connected to everything,
just
right?
the soil, right?
Like we pollute the earth, then the earth's polluted, that gets into the water, then it rains, then it goes into the soil, then it goes into the agriculture, then we eat it.
That's the process. Amen.
Okay.
Sorry.
Oh, no,
No, come on.
no, okay.
That's okay.
Okay, keep going. Okay, so why did we choose USANA? So I'm sure that we all share this similar view about USANA. For me personally, I chose USANA because here, Dr. Myron Wentz, he's a double PhD in microbiology and immunology. So microbiology is the study of the human cells, and immunology is disease prevention. So this is what he studied. So this company was not created by just a businessman who was looking for a quick buck. This was created by a scientist who had a vision. And I mean, he started off in Gall Laboratories in 1972. He founded Gall Laboratories, and over there he was studying cells. So what happened was he's studying these cells, and in order to study cells, you have to keep them alive. So right away he thought, okay, I have to get some kind of nutrients like supplements, to keep these cells alive, because those are the building blocks of life. And he found that he went to the store or wherever, got the supplements, put it in there, and the cells were dying faster than they would have on their own. So this infuriated him. So that was inspiration to create what we talked about earlier with the essentials. So that combination has kept that cell culture alive since then until now, and that's what he created through the studies that he was doing. Also, who knows of the Nobel Peace Prize? Okay. So anyone who won the Nobel Peace Prize, they actually wanted to win the Albert Einstein Award, which is one level up from that. So Dr. Myron Wentz in 2007 won the Albert Einstein Award for his lifetime achievements in health sciences, and also for his work in USANA Health Sciences. And also, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. His son, Dave Wentz, right over there, he has won the award for the top 40 CEOs under 40 by Forbes magazine for doing such a phenomenal job with USANA Health Sciences. And they've also written this book called The Healthy Home, which is right over here, if you'd like to take a look. Yeah. And I'd just like to read their vision to you. So I dream of a world free from pain and suffering. I dream of a world free from disease. The USANA family will be the healthiest family on earth. Share my vision, live life to its fullest, and happiness and health.
Amen.
Can you tell us about that?
Thank
Epstein
you.
Barr?
Oh
Yes.
yeah, and the Epstein-Barr virus. So have any of you heard of the chicken pox?
Yep.
Yeah,
Chicken
I think
pox
everyone's probably had it.
or mono.
Yes, it's a kissing
So-
disease.
If any of you are aware of what that is, when you go to the doctor, there's actually a test kit that they use to see if you have that. Dr. Myron Muntz is the one who created that test kit.
He's a genius.
So
And it's still being used
Yeah,
today.
it's
Still
being
being used
used.
today.
and yeah, everywhere.
Awesome.
Okay, so it's hard to sum up 21 years and plus of research and all the good stuff into 1 hour. So we're gonna play this video for you, which sums up a lot about the company. So let's enjoy that. Thank you. Thanks.
Amazing.
So everything we do helps you love life and live it.
Amen.
Okay, so who loves to travel?
Hell yeah. Everyone got really excited.
Actually,
So
just I came 10 months ago from
Oh wow.
From where?
Morocco.
Oh my god.
So I don't think we're in Morocco yet. We are actually,
We're making our way there.
we're making our way there. We're actually in 21 countries and counting. So you can go anywhere in the world and you can still operate your USANA home-based business.
Colombia.
Just from the
Wow.
internet.
Have you been there?
Yes, we went for my
We were there
birthday,
last month.
Wow.
November.
How was it?
Amazing. We'll tell you
I
that
think
story.
it's
tell you right
cheaper, right?
It's
Cheaper to go there.
cheap to go there.
No.
Depending
Okay.
where you go.
And just to go over some of the stamps that we have. So we're not just like a regular supplement, on the counter, Shoppers Drug Mart. We're not that. We're prestigious. So we
Yes.
have these 4 stamps over here. So GMP, good manufacturing practices. So this means that we're at a pharmaceutical level. Great. DSA, so Direct Selling Association. So that's our business model. That's what we fall under. FDA registered. So that means that whatever you read on the label, that's what you will find inside, guaranteed. And NSF. So, sorry, what does that stand for?
Food safety.
Food safety. So that actually means that we're at a grade that
It's higher than
Olympian-
FDA approved.
So that's why the Olympian athletes use our product because it's so safe and it's at that level.
And are those cheap?
and they're not cheap.
Oh, no, the
I was
stamps.
just forgot. And it's not cheap. It actually costs millions of dollars every year to get those stamps. To keep them.
Yes.
Because I mean, yeah, like we could just be your regular supplement, but that's what sets us apart. We're prestigious. So let me ask you another question. Is it important who you hang out with?
Yes.
Okay. And why is it important?
And just with 5 people you spend the most time.
You get 6.
5.5.
Yeah.
There's this quote saying that like if you hang out with 5 morons, you'll be the 6th one. If you hang out with 5 millionaires, you'll be the 6th one. Their character goes on to you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So that's why
Smart.
we
Yes.
partnered up with Dr. Oz. Does anybody here know who Dr. Oz is?
Yes.
Oh, yes. Who doesn't know who Dr.
So Dr. Oz and Dr. Myron Wentz partnered up a while ago, and they've created all these charity partnerships over here. One is particular Health Corps, which is actually it's a program to educate teens on teen obesity. Now, do you guys notice that nowadays the kids are much bigger this way and this way?
Yeah.
They're much bigger. It must have something to do with the genetically modified foods or lack of exercise, playing video games all day, whatever it is. So that's to create awareness, because if you're not being influenced at home, or you are, but where's the second place you're being influenced most? Your friends. And that's usually at school, right? So that's to create awareness, and that's amazing. And we also have other partnerships with universities, which are listed up here. Now, what actually got to me, what was actually like, what inspired me to take part in this business is the fact that if you go to your doctor, and any legitimate doctor's office should have the physician's desk reference book. So you can ask them, hey, I want to learn a little bit more about USANA. Can you tell me about it? They're going to pull out their PDR book and find USANA Health Sciences and tell you more about it. Because sometimes we can't take, or we don't take, like, our friends' word for it, or whoever. We want a professional advice, right? So you can go to your doctor and you can ask. Next slide, please. Thank you. Okay, and another reason why I love USANA Health Sciences. So this is what sets us apart too from other companies, and we're so prestigious in so many ways, but this is really what got me. So USNA. You can look up USNA on the New York Stock Exchange. We're publicly traded. You can buy USANA Health Sciences stocks. And right now we're about 1.3 billion market capital.
Ooh.
Okay, so now I'm going to give it away to lovely Nadia.
Thank you, Frishta.
So Nadia starts. So Nadia is a project manager at an advertising company. And she also has passion for samba dancing. She's an aspiring lifestyle entrepreneur. So let's give her a big round of applause.
Thank you. Okay. So who here has ever been to a hotel? Everybody? I think everybody has. Who loves 1-star hotels? 2 hands. 2-star hotels, like not really, like 3-star and up. Like even for Cuba, I wouldn't go to a 3-star. So this book here, it's called the Nutritional Supplement Book, and it's done by a third party, which is this gentleman right here who also has a PhD. And it basically takes various supplements and rates them on a scale of 1 to 5, and it also gives them a percentage for bioavailability. So what that means, it's how much your body actually absorbs from the vitamins. Okay. So, let's go through some of these and see how well they rate. So everyone knows 1 a day. Yeah, everybody's like, they do a lot of advertising, they're pretty well known. They actually don't even have 1 star. So think about it like this. Like this is going into your body. Like you wouldn't really stay at a 1-star hotel, but you want to consume something that doesn't even have a 1 star. So, a lot of the time people don't know that these are actually bad for you, and they probably do worse things than good to your body. And they have a 1.9% rating. So imagine out of 100
for bioavailability.
For bioavailability. Okay. So that means it's really like you're consuming it and it's coming out number 1, number 2, whatever. Basically just going through your body. Like it's not actually doing anything.
So it's like a placebo.
Exactly.
Yeah. In a way, yeah. Actually.
Yeah. It's actually damaging. and it probably damages it. So you know when she was talking about the cells and she said like he found that they were dying faster. That's
An
sort of like
example.
that's the connection. It's because they're made very poor quality. They spend all their money on marketing versus research and etc. Yeah, and like even if we go to Centrum, also they're a very popular, well-known brand. Centrum has a 5.2% out of 100, and they have 1 star. Yay!
Half a star.
Hi. Oh yes, half a star. Sorry, not even 1 star.
It's actually 4.7.
So also,
You looked at her.
yeah, oh right,
It's a big
4.7.
difference, let's be
Yeah.
honest. But
So also imagine like taking, a test home to your parents. Oh, I got like 1.9% on my test, I'm Portuguese, I get it right on the culo. And then we have another very popular brand, so we have GNC. So just to make sure I'm reading the right line, so 21.1%, also not very good, and they have a 2-point star rating. Once again, GNC is a hugely well-known brand.
Yeah.
Everybody knows who they are.
especially for
Very, I
guys.
was just gonna say, very popular with men, and like it's not
Mega
doing
men. Yeah.
any good. in their
Yes.
bodies. And then we have the essentials, so that's the USANA, and that's a 96.1% rating. So that's actually doing something good to your body versus these other brands.
Hi, I just have something to add in. If your body does not absorb a supplement within the first 20 minutes, it's being wasted. USANA's essentials, our supplements, like overall, it's absorbed by our body within the first 8 minutes.
Mhm.
That's how bioavailable it is.
So there's a huge difference in the quality, and also you see different effects yourself when you're taking them.
Also in the price too.
And the price, there's a price difference also, exactly. So even Kirkland, Kirkland right here, it's $23.09. This is in the States, so it's a little bit more here. And Kirkland, the bottles are pretty darn big. It's like, I don't know, apply. But Kirkland, their calcium source actually comes from seashells.
Yeah.
So I eat seashells all the time. Like that's not something the body recognizes. And the reason they're so cheap, and it's a very large bottle, is because of the cheap
Fillers.
low quality products they're using. Their fillers, seashells are not recognized by the body.
Right.
These are
I've never eaten a seashell before in my life.
no, I like seashells, but I've never eaten it. And then also to point out, depending on what stage of life you're in, what development stage you're in, we have vitamins for children specifically and for teenagers specifically. So teenagers, it's called Body Rocks. It gives them the nutrients they need in that stage of life. And Usanimals for children. And then prenatals. Yeah.
Do you guys for women who are pregnant, do you guys have like those prenatal ones?
Yes.
Or-
That's actually the one right there in the blue bubble. Yeah. So they have for prenatals as well. Okay.
Yeah.
So safe for pregnant and the babies.
Certain things are needed for that as well.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's definitely a different state of life.
So I just want to add something to that. We are one of the only companies that has these different vitamin categories. A lot of the time there's just that one generic for everybody. But truth of the matter is that at every stage of growth, you need a different amount of
Different set of
nutrients
a different-
for different growth stages, right? They have a specific need. Kids have a specific need.
teenagers.
Yeah.
There's
So it's
actually-
very specific to the
Yeah.
individual.
There's actually no company out there that has the one for
Teenagers.
We're the only one.
Yeah.
And the 5-star.
And at that time,
And
it's a
5-star
crucial
gold star.
time, right? Like the body's totally changing, so it's
Yeah.
amazing.
So we do this awesome test called the apple test. So what happens to an apple when you open it and let's say leave it on the counter?
It turns brown.
Yeah. So what is that process called?
Rotting.
Yes, essentially. Essentially. Exactly.
Oxidization, right? Yeah. So that is actually what also happens in the body. And I mean, because I don't want to get a body open, so we do the apple test to show what the effect is. So imagine this is what happens within your body when you're taking these vitamins. Okay. Cool. So we could- Okay, so water, naturally has some natural vitamins. So it browns a tiny bit, but it's it's not too bad. Then we have once again very popular brands like GNC, it's pretty moldy. Kirkland, which is the one that I said is made with seashells. Well, not the seashell itself, but it's pasted down. And that looks like it's sort of disappearing, and I don't know about you, but I don't want to disappear. So. And then we have one a day, like very moldy, like cheese, mold on cheese, good to go in my body, no thank you. Centrum, the same, very black, and then we have a generic brand, which is, and people are taking these, thinking, okay, the doctor told me to take a vitamin, to take a supplement, so I'm taking shoppers, and instead of doing better, they'll probably start feeling worse, and they don't understand why, because they're doing what the doctor told them, but this is why. And then we have USANA, and you can see it's ultimately glowing, which is what should be happening when you're taking the supplement.
So this just goes to show that the vitamin industry, the supplement industry, is very unregulated.
Yeah, it's very unregulated, and a lot of these brands just put so much money into their marketing and advertising, not into research, not into the actual quality of items they're using to create their products. And I mean, they're well-known brands. People see them. They see nice packaging. Women are very guilty of doing that specifically. Oh, this is great. This is like shiny. I'm gonna buy it. Like they don't really know what's going into it.
Yeah, we're spending our money on it.
Yeah, and it's really like you're giving away your health. Yeah.
And for men, they look at the price.
Yeah, and a lot of people will shop based on price. Oh, this is $12 and it's this big. This is 30 and it's this small. Okay, $12, right? It's human nature to do that, but unfortunately, it's like, are you worth like $10 a day? Is your health?
We chose quality over quantity.
Right? Exactly.
The last picture that I did in my home, I did just
You did a test.
make some trees with myself.
Ah.
And, after my mom was throughout
And then, in addition to all the supplements we actually have snack lines as well. So these could be used we have the shakes that could be used to sort of replace any meals that you're currently having, which are my favorite, and snack bars that are low glycemic, which means they don't make your sugar levels hike when you take them, and peanut butter is my favorite one. And they're awesome to have in between during the day when you're at work, maybe. And then we have the Reset Pack, which is sort of like to jumpstart your health journey. You could lose up to like 5 pounds in 5 days. And we also have Kathy, who is a trainer to various celebrities, and they also take these on. Like Kim Kardashian.
Actually?
Yeah.
And Julia Rogers.
City property,
Yeah.
because people can afford anything.
But the price is actually phenomenal.
Yeah, no. So these are two ladies who actually started with the Reset Pack. They weren't happy with where they were. They wanted to be thinner, and they took the Reset, and this was them after the Reset, and after they stayed on the products after and such. She's a mother of 3. She went from size 12 to size 0. She wasn't involved in fitness at all, and all of a sudden had all this energy.
But this
like
is in 1 year.
Yeah, within 1 year.
It's not 5 days.
Yeah. They started on the Reset.
5 days.
And and now she ran her first 5K marathon, and she's loving life, and she has 3 kids, and she's good to go. Then we have this lovely lady, size 7 to size 2, and you can tell like she's happier. She started her own sauna business, and same, she transformed her life.
Awesome.
Then we have lovely Michael Calles and his friend Big Will. He works with us out in California, and they're best friends. And Will was always complaining, I'm not happy with where my life is. He had 3 part-time jobs. He was exhausted. He loved basketball, couldn't play because he was overweight. And Mike was, sort of tired of him complaining. He was like, you know what? Like, do something about it. Like, take action. He introduced him to the Reset. He started on that. He ended up firing. He ended up leaving 2 of his part-time jobs, started a USANA business, and bam, Big Will is now Little Will. He started a foundation for children who suffer from obesity, where they play basketball and stuff. He got back into basketball. He has more time for himself. He's focused on himself now. And Michael Calles, had all this money. All of a sudden, he started, he started. What is not using stock exchange? But started
Investing?
Thank you. I forgot.
He became an investor, yeah.
He became an investor, and he's happy with his life now.
Lost
Lost his little baby weight. Yeah, and then in addition to all the essentials and those supplements, we have optimizers. So, for example, if you have a vision problem, we have Vision X. If you have a problem with joints because you're an athlete and you play a lot of sports, we have ProCoset. So there are various things depending on what you need as a person. Yeah. Awesome.
All right. Awesome.
And then we have an energy drink line. Oh. And And then we have an energy drink line as well. And like everybody knows Red Bull's very high in sugar, so you sort of drink it and you're on a high, and then bam, you crash. I know, I used to do it in university a lot. And at Baldwin High School, a lot of people are drinking Monster nowadays, which has 15 grams of sugar in that little can. So we have an alternative, which is red, which it gets all its caffeine from natural items, so white tea, green tea, ginseng, and thank you, I can never say that word. And it has the sugar of an apple and a half. So if you're fine with that, it should be
And it tastes delicious.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And then what is the largest organ of the body?
Skin.
Yes.
Yeah, smart cookie over there.
So I like to say if you have skin, this line is for you. So a lot of people don't notice is anything you go on your skin is ultimately going into your body. Like it's skin, it's getting in there. So when shampoo says, oh, if you don't get in your eye and don't consume because there are chemicals and it'll burn your eyes, that's not really good. I mean, it's still getting into you, it's through your skin. So for us to not be able to get in our eyes, for it to burn when it gets in our eyes is a little bit odd. So these are all chemical free, and it took them, I think it was about 11 years to actually create this line, this product that's free of chemicals, free of parabens. And she's tried it, and it also doesn't taste too bad. So
It's topical. It's not. You can eat
you
it.
can eat it. You won't die. So if you happen to get in your eye, which Melissa, who's not here today, does all the time, like it doesn't burn, it'll make you glow and shine. So yeah.
Okay.
You got skin, it's for you. Yeah. And then I'd like to introduce Frishta back to the table. No, I'm like,
Good job. All right. So, who goes into Shoppers Drug Mart and says, "Give me your most generic supplement"?
Yeah.
As individuals, we're all unique. We all have different needs. So as we were talking about Dr. Oz earlier, Dr. Oz and Dr. Maren Lenz have created this tool that we use. It's called the True Health Assessment. So you fill it out according to like your lifestyle and your habits. And what it does is it produces recommendations for supplements that you could be taking to better your if you're afraid of getting arthritis or you have vision problems or whatever it is, right? So it'll give you recommendations for what you could be taking on a daily basis, and you don't have to step outside of your home. It actually gets shipped to your home.
Love that.
So
Yeah.
exactly. Every month when I receive my stuff, I'm like so excited. It's ridiculous. So we have the convenience of that, and if you do sign up for an auto ship, so if you're consistent with your ordering, then we do reward you 20 to 25%. Next slide, please. Okay, so this is one of my favorite parts. So what makes us prestigious and above the rest is the fact that we have over 700 gold medalist Olympian athletes using our products. Okay, so this is not just like they're not really athletes. The only thing that they have is their bodies, pretty much. They can't sabotage their bodies. Like that's the last thing that they're gonna do. So, how often are the Olympics?
Every 4 years.
Every 4 years. So these athletes are training for 4 years for one event. So they can't put their career on the line by doing something like crazy, right? So we actually have something called $1 million guarantee for these athletes. While they're taking USANA products, and mind you, their coaches only give them the option of take USANA or take nothing. Because you saw what those other supplements do to you, and the Apple test and that comparative chart. So they're only given the option of take USANA or take nothing, because it's better to take nothing than those other products.
Yeah.
So while taking USANA, if in their system a banned substance is traced, we reward them $1 million and their team. And in 21 years, I'm proud to say we haven't had to do that once. So that's what quality is, right? And then on top of that, aside from the Olympian athletes, we also have other athletes using our products. So that includes Juan Diaz, Manny Pacquiao, and Timothy Bradley. We're trying to get UFC to get on USANA, and just recently, a couple years ago, we had the Women's Tennis Association get on board. So it's really exciting to be a part of something so professional.
Yes.
So much big. So big. Okay, so everything we do helps you love life and live it.
Awesome.
So I'm going to introduce my other partner and co-presenter tonight. It's Criscilla. And Criscilla is just such an inspiring individual. Right now, she's like just started off in USANA. It's been a few months now. And let me tell you, it seems like she's been doing this forever because she's like the perfect fit, the perfect character, and like she gets us all pumped up. So I'm really excited to introduce you, and thank you for being you.
Oh, thank you. Okay, so we're gonna do a little bit of a body break here. I know it's kind of a little warm as well. So then we're going to just rise, and we're going to pretend that we are pulling a rope down from the ceiling. So go with your left, go with your right. And really stretch that out.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, is it okay for us ourselves today? Can we just be ourselves? Awesome. So we've got the rope. Let's bring it down and put it on the ground. And just hang out a little bit. Yeah, hang out with you guys. Yeah.
Oh my god, this feels so good. Right?
And we're so back. All right, now just roll yourself back up slowly. Look to the left. Smell the person beside you. Look to the right. Smell the person beside you. All right, you're gonna raise your shoulders to your ears.
Oh yeah.
And drop down.
Really, I need
Raise
to
your
massage
ears.
me.
And drop down. Raise your ears. And release. And then do it really fast. And then just say, I don't know. Alrighty, thank you. Let's all have a seat. If you need to use the bathroom, now's the time. If anyone needs a bathroom break, it's first door to your right. You know where the bathroom is, right? Just here to the right if you need it. Yeah. We're okay? Okay. All right, awesome. So, getting back, everything we do helps you love life and live it. It seems everybody's really passionate about living life to its fullest at optimal levels at that. So, we promised you 3 things today. It was education, inspiration, and solution-oriented possibilities. We've showed you 2 challenges facing all generations today, health and wealth. And so now who wants to hear about the money side of things? Who loves money?
Woo!
Yes, awesome. All right, so we're going to get right into this. Let's talk finances. So I want to open this up with a quote that speaks volumes to me. Let me know if you agree. So they say, it's crazy that some people feel that 2 to 5 years in a business is a long time to get rich, but don't feel that 40 years at a job is a long time to stay broke.
It's too long. That's crazy.
How does that make you feel inside?
Invest your time wisely.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive, this quote. It speaks volumes to me. I mean, again, whoever invited you here thought really highly of you, and wanted to show you that there is a better way. We are here for solution possibilities, and you can find us on Insta. Hashtag hashtag boss babes, hashtag freedom project. All right, so let you settle in there a little bit. Alrighty, so Sana is the best home-based business with solutions oriented possibilities. Now, we've talked a little bit about the accolades. Dr. Myron Wentz, Dave Wentz, he's won the top 40 under 40 CEOs in Forbes magazine. These are just a few of the other accolades that we've accomplished. So the Albert Einstein Award, best places to work, most powerful CEOs 40 under and under. We are also on the stock exchange, just to go through that again. So it's a very credible company. Again, we've been around for 21 years, and we ain't going nowhere.
Nope.
So I want to ask you, is this you right now? Are you a project manager? Are you in a managerial position? Are you in customer service? Are you a student? Are you a parent? Are you a family member? I'm pretty sure everybody here falls into one of those categories. If not, then congratulations on your road to owning your own business and being an entrepreneur. There are many ways, there are millions of people looking for the benefits that come with owning your own business. Tax benefits is a huge one, right? So let's take a look again at what do we value in life. We really want to bring it back to, like earlier on in the health section. Health is something that we do value, and to live a healthy lifestyle, there is a better way to do the things that you love to do. There is a way to do those things and not be consumed by life, and rather take back your life and really live it the way that you want to live it. So let's get to the solutions and how we can do that. So we're going to show you how to save $3,000 or more a year, starting right now. So I'm going to ask everybody a question. What is your biggest expense in life? Let's just throw some tuition. Okay. Ali, what do you think your biggest expense in life is? Food, maybe?
The most expensive.
So what do you find yourself spending a lot of money on that you think is your biggest expense in life?
House.
Yeah, that's a popular one. House, tuition. I'm gonna tell you what that is actually. We do think that it is, a mortgage or tuition. That's a lot of money. But actually, the biggest expense that we all have in life is taxes. Oh. Taxes are your biggest expense in life. Whether you're going out to eat, whether you're paying a mortgage, whether you're paying tuition, you're always paying taxes.
Even get paid.
Before you even get paid,
You don't even get to see that money. It's like, bye-bye.
You're already going to cut off
This
your
is government.
paycheck because of taxes. Exactly. So taxes are actually the number one expense that
You'll ever pay in your life.
people in society have to pay in life. So having a home-based business like Criscilla Health Sciences allows you to have a bunch of tax write-offs. You can write off your gas. You can write off your bus fare. You can write off your interest on your mortgage. If you have a home-based business, you're working from home, so you can write off, you can write off your office space. You can write off food. There's so many things on your cell phone.
You get to write off your vitamins that you're.
100%. You get to write off your
right?
vitamins because it has to do with your business. Having a home-based business with Frishta Health Sciences, that's an extra $250 at least per month, and up to $9,000 a year. The question is, what would you do with an extra $9,000?
Pay off tuition.
You are a smart kid. Good for you. So here's Lower Your Taxes Big Time by Sandy Bodkins. You can find that on Amazon or Chapters Indigo. It's a really good book if you want to learn more about that. But having a home-based business allows you to gain access to these tax benefits that really, what's another $9,000 in my back pocket?
And like regular employees that never have this benefit.
Exactly.
They'll never have that.
So this is one of my favorite slides. The next freedom vehicle we were going to teach you was leveraged income and how that is the key to time freedom. So this is the traditional plan. This is the traditional plan that everybody's used to seeing here. So how many hours can you work in a week? So it's 50 hours because we're trying to incorporate, some people do overtime. So 50 hours a week. All right, so what's 50 weeks per year? Well, there's 52 weeks in a year, and 2 of those weeks are allowing us to take a generous 2-week long vacation. Yay! So that's why we have 50 weeks per year. All right, so we're working 50 hours per week, 50 weeks per year. That's equal to 2,500 hours per year. Times that by 40 because the average career path on a traditional plan is 40 years. You get 100,000 hours. What if I could show you a different way? So this is my favorite, leverage. If I could show you a way to leverage your time and have the same amount of hours in less time. So 10 hours per week. What if you did 10 hours per week with 100 people, team of 100 people? All right. So and these are people that you choose to work with. That equals to 1,000 hours per week. Now multiply that by 100 weeks, which is equal to 2 years, as opposed to 40 years, and you get 100,000 hours. So compare yourself 40 years to 2 years. What would you do with the 38 extra years?
What would I do?
That's the question. What would you do with 38,000 years? Not promising you that, but what would you do with an extra 38 years? By yourself or with a team? Team. With yourself or with a team,
By yourself,
right? And it's more fun. It's always more fun with people, right? So this is the leverage plan that we believe in, and that is absolutely possible. Next slide, please. So how are we doing this also? Well, we're not only going to leverage each other's teamwork, but we're also going to leverage who has a cell phone in this room? Awesome. Who has internet connection to their phone? Great. So direct sales. Let me just ask you a question. What is the best way of marketing?
Word of mouth.
Word of mouth. Referrals, right? Times are changing. You know what? Actually, word of mouth has always been the best way to self-promote something. Oh hey, I saw Maleficent this weekend. It was freaking amazing. You should go see it. Problem with that is, did I get paid for that?
No.
No. So how would you like to get paid just by self-promoting things that you already love? And how do you do that? Through social media. We have access to Facebook. We've got access to Instagram. We're subconsciously promoting or selling things without even knowing.
Exactly.
It's like, hey, I'm in the market for a new phone. Oh, Maureen, what kind of a phone do you have?
HTC One.
And what do you love so much about it?
It actually is pretty good. It works fast, actually.
Interesting.
Like, there's a lot of apps, but it doesn't slow down.
See, that's something that I wouldn't have known. And that would differentiate me wanting to buy, maybe I want to buy an HTC phone now instead of an iPhone. Referral, right? It's a word that I trust. But anyways, with a home-based business and something like Usana, you don't need to hire anybody to do your marketing for you. You've got it all for free in your back pocket all the time. When you tap in, you've got how many people on? You've got 100,000 tweets going out every minute. You've got Twitter. You've got Facebook, over 1 billion active users on Facebook, telling me that you've got 1 billion people in your back pocket with you all the time, right? So, and again, we are in 21, 22 international companies. That right there is, that's easy access right there, and it's free, guys. So this is why we've become Usana's been voted one of the #1 best direct sales marketing. Alrighty, so linear income versus residual income. So this is the third freedom vehicle, residual income and why everybody needs it. So I'm gonna ask Stacy if you could read what's in the box there.
Yeah. So what if you had a product that people would keep buying online each month after month while you sleep with an online store, for example, eBay, Amazon, Etsy?
Okay, so we're all familiar with if someone could have an Amazon to sell their things or an Etsy store that you could just sell your things at. If you had access to that, would you own one?
24-hour online garage sale.
Making money in your sleep. Seriously, right? Okay, so I'm going to show you the difference between residual income, which is the key to time freedom, and linear income. So linear income. Think about, so linear income is when you trade your hours for dollars, right? I'm getting paid, I'm at McDonald's, I'm getting paid $10.25 an hour. I get sick. I stop working, I stop making money. All right, I get another job. You know what? I don't want to work at McDonald's anymore. I'm gonna be a bartender. Great. I'm bartending. I'm making awesome money. And then next thing you know, I get into an accident. and I have to stop working. My money also stops. So again, I get back to work, I start making money, and as soon as the weekend comes, my weekend stops, or my money stops because I stopped working. So now residual income, think of doing the work once, eventually getting paid, and then being paid for the rest of your life. For work that you're not even doing anymore. So a good example of this would be real estate, for example. You sell a house, you make a commission off of it. I didn't have to build this house for them. All the electricity, anything, I'm not doing that. It's a one-time deal, and I'm getting paid a 3% on whatever the house was worth. And that's a big profit for the amount of time that I put in. The dollar for the time doesn't compare to a linear income like that. But we all don't have capital to buy a house or even do all these things. So, or another good example would be John Lennon, for example, of the Beatles. But he's still making money even though he's dead. Why? Because he collaborated with a team of people to make a really good song and many really good albums, and he has royalties. This is another way of residual income. Every time his piece of music is sold, every time an album is sold, he continues to get paid, and he's not even alive. That is the difference between residual and linear income. So it's not so much trading your time for dollars. It's really doing something or having a product and having it sold over and over and over again on its own because it's there.
Because you recommended it once.
Because you recommended it once.
Like, that's what it all comes down to.
Thank you. All right, so the bonus, for those who want to take it to the next level, you have the option to build your own freedom project, which the freedom project is 100 weeks dedicated to your own freedom and being able to achieve financial freedom through a home-based business. So let's take a look at this more deeply. All right, so a lot of people get scared when they see this. So